friends of a transgender woman killed 30 years ago finally feeling a sense of closure tonight. A jury has found her killer guilty of murder. Thank you for joining us for Crown 4 News at 10. I'm Dan Thorne.
And I'm Noelle Bello. Terry Ladwig was found dead in her Concord apartment, but the case went unsolved until just a few years ago when investigators were able to identify her killer. Crown 4's Sara Stinson joins us live in studio with the details. Sara.
The verdict this week follows a nearly 30-year wait for a break in the case and then a trial that lasted about a month or so. One of Terry's friends, who's also transgender, has worked for years to keep this case alive and says the verdict is a huge relief.
I heard he was guilty for second-degree murder. I screamed. I said, Terry, you got your justice.
The justice that Brittany Shores has been fighting for 30 years. Her friend, Terry Ladwig, was 28 years old when she was killed. She was a transgender woman who worked as a nursing aide. Her husband, a Navy serviceman, found her body in their bedroom when he returned from deployment in December 1994. DNA was collected from the crime scene, but detectives couldn't find the killer. Shores never gave up.
I said to myself, I have to fight for her as a trans woman, because she had nobody to fight for her. So I went every month, every 2 months, every year.
Advances in DNA technology finally helped police identify the killer in 2023 as James Grimsley. The 57-year-old truck driver was arrested in Utah.
The officers who worked the case back in 1994 put so much time and energy into collecting the evidence, and if they hadn't done such a thorough job, we wouldn't be here today.
Contra Costa County Deputy District Attorney Satish Jollypally says Ludwig was beaten and strangled to death. Grimsley pleaded not guilty and testified during the trial.
He admitted that he had been in contact with the victim, that he had been to the apartment, but he denied that anything violent had taken place between them.
Jollypally says it's still unclear if Grimsley killed Ludwig because she was transgender, but he says concrete evidence paved the way to the guilty verdict in the month-and-a-half-long trial.
There were some photographs I really didn't want to see, but I had to be there for Terry. But the sad thing about it is he got away with murder for 30 years.
Shores has dedicated her life to educating people about what it means to be transgender. She says it's important that cases like Ludwig's are highlighted, especially in the current political climate.
Because they don't have nobody else to fight for them. Society won't fight.
Grimsley is still awaiting a sentencing hearing. It should be sometime this summer. He faces 15 years to life in prison. I'm Sara Stinson reporting. Back to you guys.